Welcome to Atlanta Tarot. This is the tarot forecast for Scorpio for the month of August, end of July, August 2022. So we are in the sign of Leo, which is a fire sign. Fire signs engender action, positivity, lots of good things coming your way, sort of movement, lots of quick, speedy movement, things getting accomplished. You, Scorpio, are in your 10th house, so it's all about your job, your role, on a sort of, if you look at it in terms of a world scale. Where do you want to go? What are you doing? Is it fulfilling enough for you? What's going on? So that will be the focus. And we have, as the energy surrounding the Seven of Swords, so there's a bit of jealousy and deceit surrounding you, perhaps, at work. Scorpio. Nothing that you can't handle, though. Might just be reminding you that it's a real thing. So let's just see what that means. But you'll manage where you are right now. But you have action and energy in abundance here. So you just move forward, get things done. Don't worry about those sitting in the corner whispering or being jealous or being deceitful. You just get on with things. Use the energy of Leo energy to get things started. It's a great card, actually, and it heralds new beginnings as well. So there you go. What is crossing that and crossing the whole reading and influencing them is the Three of Swords. So maybe a bit of grief sitting there that sort of resurfaces every now and again. You might be feeling that grief in terms of it, and then sort of feeling, and the grief's even more, or even heavier, because you do feel like there's a bit of concurrent, a bit of sort of jealousy or deceit going on around you. But every now and again we all have that grief that resurfaces, and it usually comes around at unexpected times. So use the energy of the Ace of Wands to be busy and get to whilst feeling the grief is important, it's about sort of just getting on with things as well. But yeah, reminders from the past griefs may and often do surface from time to time for us, and for you it's here. Let's see what was going on in June, July. And we had the end of a cycle coming in with the World. So very much a good card to sort of get in a way, because it brings you to this new cycle, and especially in terms of how you see yourself and your job and your contribution, really, in a way, to the world. On the world, it's more a world stage, or it's where you want to be, how you see yourself. It's a good card, but it does talk about this is coming to an end. So perhaps this grief too is all tied up with your place in the world and your role in your career, how you feel about that. Recent influences, Scorpio. But we have good news coming towards you. All sorts of good news. If you've put out feelers for a new job or whatever, a promotion, something like that, in terms of this, the theme of this month, you can expect good news coming through. So even if you haven't done that, I would suggest you put some feelers out if that's how you're feeling, and you will get positive results from that, which is a really nice card. The lesson you are learning in this time. Yes, and have a good step back and have a good hard look at what you have achieved. You've achieved lots and lots of things in your career. And it's about, sometimes we forget about it. But when you stand back, it's like a beautiful painting you've done, and you stand back and you look how far you've come. It's quite amazing, really. So there you go. Very much about work this month, Scorpio, and how you see yourself and your role. Near future. We have the Star, so just move on through. As long as you're moving forward is the main thing. Everything is exactly how it should be. So just move on through and just know you're going in the right direction, and the right direction is always to move forward It's not stopping and looking around or being stagnant. It's about the slow moving energy and getting an understanding that everything is done for a reason. Let's see what's happening that you're not realizing. The Lovers, so big decisions coming up in relationships. Perhaps this relationship issue is the grieving point. It's about sort of addressing that, addressing your role in the world too with this relationship. But it's buried, like the grief, it's very much buried, and it can, I guess it can sort of affect how we see ourselves as well in terms of our role. But acknowledge that, because it's hidden here for a reason, and that's what's really bugging you, I think, with the grief basically, and this deception. How others see you, however, new love new love coming in, or just a new emotional energy coming in to feed, and not to be sort of thinking about the jealousy and the things of days gone by. It's about being yourself and sort of having that injection of new emotional energy coming through, rather than sort of, but it's, this month is all about how you feel about yourself too in your role in the world. So interesting. Let's see the positive feelings, Scorpio, of this reading. And we have this earth energy male coming through very strong, and maybe he is the root of all this business. Actually, Taurus would be a person I would describe as this energy, a Taurus person, your opposite, your polar opposite. So it wouldn't be surprising if this is the person at the root of all what has been going on, especially with the grief and the deception. But it's that time of year, and that has affected how you see yourself and your role in this life. It won't be the same for all of you, but for most of you, this will be going on within your reflective month of your role on this planet. The outcome. We have the Emperor, so very much the achievement. He is the highest achiever of all the male artifacts or icons in the tarot. He is the head of the table, more or less. He is the top of the tree. He is the person that everyone aspires to be. Very much a strategizer, very much a person of discipline, strategy, hard work, and he gets where he gets because of all those attributes that he has. So whoever this person is, but they can be quite controlling as well, which can be quite off-putting and deceptive as well. So it's a very interesting reading, but then again he can also be the father figure as well, so we have to factor that in. But as I see it, it's just one of those times, Scorpio, you've just got to sort of wade through these waters this month and just recognise who you are within it, and that the good news is coming through emotionally and in the way you do things, so there's nothing really to worry about. But yeah, if you want to get to the top of your game, that's what you're going to have to employ. Strategy, discipline, hard work, and you'll get there. Okay, let's see what your lesson is, your little message. Courage. It is not the strength of the body that counts, but the strength of the spirit. Courage is a spiritual strength taking you beyond all fear and resistance to remove internal and external blockages on the path. So that just reiterates what we've been saying here. These blockages are your grief in a way, but you can remove them by just being courageous enough to go, yeah, well, this has all helped form who I am anyway, so it's all good. So thank you very much for listening, Scorpio. Have a great month. You will be fine, and just trawl on through it. Thank you.